Hi, I'm Miriam Joy and welcome to my studio. Today's class we're going to do a Halloween wand, and these are little tiny wands that they have currently at Michael's, and they are $1 a piece, and there's some different ones as well, but we're going to make it into a cute little guy instead of just being ordinary and plain. When you buy him out of the thing, he looks kind of like that. So we're going to start with our wax, and I'm going to use orange red today, and we're just going to first start by following up the sides of the pumpkins here, and I'm going to use my #1 tool. If you're not familiar with the wax process, there's a really good video that shows you the basics, and it's just called The Basics of Wax Design. And we're just going to follow these little guys just to give the pumpkin is a little shape here. And I'm going to do the same from the top just to kind of follow that around. And let's see if I put a little bit up here, and I did as well. And I think I'm going to come over here and add one more, just kind of on the outside, just to make it a little bit more curved. You could even come up here and down here and do that as well, which would probably be better. So I'm going to do some little ones in his stem, and I'm going to use green. I'm going to use my 0 tool, and I've really got these messy today. I'm having a harder time cleaning them off in between shots, and I'm just going to follow the stem up from the bottom, and you can see how those ran together. If you're really working close like that, you should always let the first one dry, because when the wax is warm they have a tendency to run together. They kind of attract each other, which is a little bit weird. Okay, and then we're going to put some white on his teeth. And I'm going to stir my white here. White's one of these colors that needs stirred a little bit more often than other colors. And I am just going to kind of fill in his teeth. I'm not going to really put a stroke on it. We're just going to kind of fill it in. Alright, so I'm going to switch over to the black now. And we're just going to give his eye some shape. And I'm going to cut this guy. He's too long. His tail keeps getting in the way here, if I can. This might be fun. That'll make him a lot easier to work with. And we're going to give his eye some shape. And I'm not going to put, on this one I put a white dot with a little tiny black dot, but I'm going to put wiggly eyes in him this time. So I'm going to leave that side completely alone. And I'm going to pull from one point on both of these. Now, and I always tell you guys, and I'm the worst offender when working with foam, don't pull hard. Lightly kind of almost skim the top, and you'll get those nice points better, and it's easier to do. So we're going to give him a little bit of a nose here as well. And I also added a dot where the two met. I'm going to do that with his nose again. And then I'm going to do a little bit of his mouth just to outline it a bit. I'm going to do a little bit there. And we're going to do a little bit there. Now I'm going to come up the opposite side, and we'll put a dot there. The same on the other side. It's raining in the mountains. Woohoo! We need rain. And then I'm going to pull these guys a little bit more there. And then one in the middle. So we've outlined his little mouth, and we've got that completely done. And see how fast and easy this project is. And so I'm going to take my glue gun, and I have it on low setting, because when you're working with wiggly eyes, you don't want it on hot setting, because you will melt the back of the eye and the eye won't wiggle. So you want to make sure that you don't do that. Just gotta work a little bit faster because I'm slow and it's going to dry a little bit faster on you. So see how cute he is with the wiggly eyes? Make sure you get those glue strings off there. As to the wax, both of them are nice, but however you want to do that. So then we're going to take our little guy, and I'm going to set him in here for a minute, and we're going to do our ribbon to add on to him, to add a whole lot more to them. This is some really, really fun Halloween ribbon that I found at Michael's, and I just love this. It's got all the colors you want to work with Halloween. That's why I really like it. The orange and the black and the purple and the green. So I have a lot of fun with that. And you want to cut it. I always figure out how big I want my bow to be. And you cut it, and I'm overlaying it because we're not going to tie it. We're just going to wrap some wire around it. So I want this one just a little bit more that way, so these guys are kind of even. So we're going to pull those down, and I'm going to take my little piece of wire. You know, it works really great too if you don't have any wire laying around your house, is the twist wires that you get from the grocery store. And we're just going to cover that little guy up there. And let's shape our bow. Now we're going to come down, and when you're working with wire ribbon, there's a couple things we want to do. And I want to cut this at a slant, so I'm going to cut my wire on a slant, and I'm going to cut this one just a tad as well. Now, so your wire doesn't hang out, one of the things I do is run it up a little bit, and I cut the wire off, so that that wire doesn't stick out and look ugly. Just enough, because you still want it to have its form, but you're running that up, cutting that wire. And now we're going to take this, and we're going to put it onto. Isn't that cute? I think that is so darling. You could remove your other ribbon if you don't like it. I'm just going to leave mine because it gives it some different lengths back there. And tuck that in. You can wrap it around again. Tuck that in nice and neat so it doesn't show. And then also I was playing with a little spider. I might glue a little spider on there as well. I couldn't decide if he would show up enough in that ribbon or not. Another cute little idea is just simply taking this with your foam, your floral foam, and just sticking it in there and putting your grass on top, and then I would put a ribbon around and then put the little spider there as well. Excuse me. And you could use it as a table centerpiece as well. Get some of that down my throat. So there's a lot of options with that, and just a little simple piece with so many, you know, variety. So, or even stick a couple of them in, it'd make a really fun centerpiece as well. So if you have any questions about this project, cough cough, please email me at art@miriamjoy.com. If for any of the products that we've used, other than the ones mentioned at the stores, please visit my webpage at miriamjoy.com. There's also a YouTube link there which takes you to more of these fun videos. We hope to have a lot of Halloween ones for you as well. And also on my website there is a Facebook link which takes you over to Facebook, where we post up fun projects that we're working on. So come over and join the fun, and we hope you have a blessed day.